Hello friends, it's Kelly and I have a new layout today to share with you. Well, actually a process video, and it is for and in collaboration with the Through the Rainbow Challenge. And this month, the month of May, which is almost over, thank goodness. I'll tell you why I say thank goodness in a minute, but it's almost over and I am going to be working on my layout today. So like I said, yellow is our challenge color this month. So I went through my yellow scraps, and a lot of the ladies are going through their stash papers like that they keep in rainbow order, and I'm going to use up my scraps. So just a little bit different, but same concept. So my biggest piece of paper that is going to be represented here is yellow, but I felt like I needed more colors with this because these are photos of my grandson, and we went to our local art museum and they were having an event for kids, and the theme was carnival, so they had some carnival type games, and my grandson was playing this game, the one where you hit the little pedal with a hammer and you try to make the bell go up to the top. So he was really into trying to make it go. This guy here, he was running the booth. He ended up having to help him. So that was sweet because he helped him actually hit the bell, which made his whole day. So this is what I'm going to be using. But my grandson has green in his shirt and there's yellow over here. So I kind of let the photo pick my colors for me. So I chose this paper. It's kind of a sunburst paper. Well, it is a sunburst paper. And then I'm going to use this green polka dot paper. I had the Chamel paper too that had green and yellow in it, but it's like has dandelions and daisies, and I thought, no, that's a little girly for this. Well, it's not really girly, it just doesn't go with what I have going on here, but I still plan on using this as a layering piece. So you can't really see what the images are, but you can see the colors, so it kind of ties everything in together, I think. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to mount these on white cardstock just because I like the frame look and I like the pop. I just feel like it gives it a good contrast. Excuse me. The wind is blowing like crazy here, so you may hear that in the background, but it also has my allergies acting up, so that's life in West Texas. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to fast forward the rest of the process video so we're not here for hours because I'm a slow scrapper. So I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so I am using a technique that I've learned from our beloved Janet at RTS Scrapbooking, and she learned it from someone else and I can't remember, but just to use washi tape to make it a little more opaque so it shows up better. Just layer it on some white cardstock and cut it out, and just that's what I'm going to use as my border to, or not my border, but my strip to fill that seam, so where those two edges meet. And that washi tape is like a grid paper kind of pattern from Felicity Jane, and it's black and white, so it's pretty neutral with the colors I have here. And you'll see as I start layering this paper, I'm going to add in a little pop of black and white for my layers for this photo. So here I'm going ahead and incorporating this paper from Chamel, and you'll see that it just is just a little, it just adds a little interest to the photo mat. And I'm going to just keep adding some layers, and here's the black and white that I was telling you about, and that was a lemon paper, but it just shows such a little tiny bit that you you don't really read it as images. You just see it as, I see it as texture. Just some visual texture, not like if you were to touch it, then it would feel different. But that's why I do the distressing around the edges, and just because that gives it more tactile texture, if that makes any sense. So I'm using some ephemera from Bella Boulevard for this layout. I just pulled this embellishment pack, and as you see, I'm going to add more colors in, just because I didn't have very many embellishments or anything that were like yellow, so I had to incorporate some more colors to make this interesting, because I don't want to make a layout that I don't love just for the sake of a challenge. I'm going to add, I'm sticking to the theme of through the rainbow, because I'm going to add a lot of rainbows, or actually 3 rainbows to this layout. And yellow is the predominant color, so I'm going to say I'm okay with this. I still met the challenge. So my title there is Good Times, and as you see, I layered it over a rainbow. That the little rainbow piece underneath the title is serving as my little cluster base, and just adding a little pop of color. So I love the red against the yellow and green. I feel like it makes this such an energetic, fun layout. So, and as you see, I'm going to add a rainbow to each of my clusters. And my clusters are at a diagonal. And in each cluster, I have a rainbow, I have a sun, and I have a pop of red, and also a little bit of black and white. And you probably can't see it very well in this, but the top cluster had like a black and white polka dot rainbow. That is the end of this layout. If you enjoyed this layout, please give me a like and subscribe. And be sure to go check out all the other ladies who are participating in this hop. Thank you. Bye.